So getting into John's next one, we now have a Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young song, Ohio, and then afterwards we're gonna hear Chiara singing the same song. Let's jump right in, guys. And this is from 1991. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Ohio. Let's get it.
I want to do this song. I don't mean it to be a downer, but one of my songs. What can I tell you?
Yeah, so that's interesting. You know that they put the song out so fast. Number one, But number two, that they wrote a song, they thought about writing a song about it right away like that. But yeah, that was 1991, and the song was written, or the it happened in 1970. So that was, that song was 21 years old at the time. Just super interesting to me. I've always liked Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. I just never really heard a lot of stuff. My mom always played it when I was young, so I've probably heard a bunch of stuff from 'em. I just don't know what it's called or anything like that. Um, yeah. So another thing that kind of like just came across my mind when listening to it, like the cadence of the song, the melody of the song, reminds me of Tom Petty's "Top Stop
Yeah.
Dragging My Heart Around."
Yeah, I love it. Really beautiful, moving piece. I appreciate all the people who have served, and sometimes you agree with the decision and where you're going and what you're doing, and sometimes you don't, but you love your country and you do what's important to you. But I also appreciate everybody that speaks out and protests, and that's
Hmm.
the beautiful thing about America. Like we have the freedom of speech, and we need to use it. And you should never be gunned down for it, or I think there was 9 other people injured. But like we can't we can't forget the past, or we'll relive it. So it's I love when artists continue to make us think, and blur the lines. Like
Hmm.
again, like I love thank you to anybody who has provided this country with their service. um,
Yeah.
but
Thank you.
like that doesn't make you any less American if you're more less conservative. And we got to ask questions, right? We got to do I agree with every protester? No, but I agree that like you feel a certain way, you should you should
Yeah.
speak about your cause. So just I love art and all sides of it. I love this country and all sides of it. So I think that's um, I never want to forget like the classics and stuff, but the songs that make us think of important times in history, I think are really important for their own reasons too.
Yeah. A song is just another way to kind of cement that history. It's crazy, that four people got shot, and they
Kids,
made a
yeah,
song about
like
it. It's like, I don't want to say nowadays people get shot like that all the time, but they do. And songs aren't made about them, like it happens all the time. So it's just, it's an interesting time in history, and it's almost like this song is a little bit of a time capsule, to
well,
what was going on in that moment.
I feel like we've done a better job of holding, police and people accountable. I respect the blue. I don't ever want us to be in a position where we can't, look to law enforcement as, you know, the amazing people that they are. We got to weed out the bad apples. There's bad apples no matter where you look. But, you know, again, like I do not fall, one way or the other, in my opinion. But I think we all need to really be taking a closer look at, ICE. I feel like, this is a little kind of crazy. I've heard all kinds of things, like they don't have the record straight. You know, they're, their excessive force. They're driving like the craziest thing I heard recently. They're driving, they deported a guy, and then they're driving the people from ICE that helped deport this man are now driving his vehicle. Like that doesn't sound like your typical processes. So again, if you're privileged, if you're seeing this stuff, you're outraged, and you have a platform and you can talk about it.
Hmm.
You know, we we all need to constantly be working towards making this the free, beautiful country that it is. It's a work in progress. We got a lot to work on, but I think we got a lot to be proud of, and try to conserve that. those rights that we have. So like, I love when, artists feel comfortable, it's a risk for them, because some people are very, very red or very, very blue. And, you come out with a piece of artwork that sways one way or the other, you're jeopardizing potentially like getting some of your fan base upset. But if that's your truth, more power to you. I think it's ballsy. Speak your mind. That platform only comes so often.
Yeah, a lot of people just don't like to even go near that. You know what I mean? It's
Uh-huh.
like, or they tiptoe when they do. It's the truth. It is what it is, kind of thing. All right, so Chiara version of Ohio. I'm excited about this one. John says this is like brand new. It just came out. Let's jump right in, guys. Chiara Kilchling, Ohio.
Tin soldiers and Nixon's coming. We're finally on our own. This summer I hear the drumming for dead in Ohio. Gotta get down to it. Soldiers are cutting us down. Should have been done long ago. What if you knew and 500 on the ground? How can you run when you know? La 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 la. Gotta get down to it. Soldiers are cutting us down. Should have been done long ago. What if you knew and 500 on the ground? How can you run when you Tin soldiers and Nixon's coming. We're finally on our own. This summer I hear the drumming for dead in Ohio. For dead in Ohio. For dead in Ohio. For dead in
It was almost. It was. It wasn't almost. It was perfect. It literally was. It's crazy that she plays all the instruments too, and then on top of that, sounds so amazing. She
Nails
really
each
does.
instrument. Yeah.
She really does give me like Nicks vibes. I heard it. I heard it even more, like because I'm like in my brain, I'm comparing that song to Tom Petty. I don't know why. It's just like my brain does that sometimes. It kind of like compare and contrast everything that comes in.
So again, so much respect to the original, but just because of like the heartbreak she lays into those vocals, I gotta say she did it better. Like wow, wow. And then yeah, how crazy is it that she does all the parts just perfectly? I
and
can't
then and
believe
then
this
sounds
movie.
that good. Like it's like
Yeah.
one thing to be able to play all those parts and to be able to sing it, but then on top of it, sound that amazing, you know, that top tier. Her instrumentals were amazing too. She's really good. She's it's crazy, right? Like she's drumming, she's playing the bass, she's doing everything. She played the harmonica in the last one.
Yeah, I think that was the first time we heard her play the harmonica. But like, I don't think I've ever heard a harmonica played better. She's just mind blowing. It's
She's good.
crazy.
She
It's
really
not
is.
fair that one person's this talented.
Thank you so much, John, for you know, your requests. But on top of that, just showing us Chiara. She really is something else, man. She really is. It's almost like yeah, it's like I'm waiting, like she has to. Her and Cinna has to get with somebody. They have to make a band, right? Like they were rocking together.
So
They
she's
have to open for the Warning or something, right?
she's so good. You know, if that's her thing, her humble thing, she just wants to chill in her
Right,
own studio
right.
and do her own thing. Thank God, you know, bless the world with that form of your art. But yes, I'm for it. If she ever decides to make a super band, I mean, well, we've heard her with some
They
really good,
no,
yeah,
they did stuff together. If you remember,
yeah.
they did a couple songs on that boat.
That boat was
And
amazing.
they had other artists with them too. But yeah, I feel like Chiara and Cinna together are money. Like
They're
they
so
really
money. But yeah, their friends are like epic saxophone players and other other things too. So yeah, maybe we'll get some more of that. We'll
okay.
see.
Yeah, I'm stupid. She does have a band called Caravel, and we did a
Carvel,
song.
Carvel.
We did a song
Yes.
from a Led Zeppelin cover. Maybe that's why I'm like, it's not. But, John, remind me. Have we did a Caravel song? Or we just did like a Caravel the Led Zeppelin cover, because I'm trying to remember, and I'm not remembering like an original from them. But like if I haven't heard an original from them, I really want to now.
I think he just spoils us with a lot of Chiara, but yeah, we probably just haven't taken that route.
Yeah, I remember Caravel very distinctly now. That Led Zeppelin cover. It was one of the songs that we redid when we were having trouble with Evie Mux. All right, guys. We're going to take an intermission.